2 days ago marked the one-year anniversary of the Gulf dispute. Some argue the crisis was inconsequential, while others see it as a strategic overhaul of regional players in the Gulf and across the Middle East. The GCC was established as a counterbalance to regional threats, and today it serves as the dividing line for regional disputes. The U.S. traditionally is the linchpin of security in the Gulf, but with Trump's wavering support, the Gulf countries may be pivoting elsewhere.
When this broke last year, there was a demand list from the Saudis, from Egypt, from UAE, and from Bahrain. And I won't go through the whole list, but on the list there were some items that seemingly defied logic. And I'll give you one example. There was a demand that Qatar have far less contact and activity with Iran. Except the cause of the blockade, when you cut off the land routes, when you cut off the air routes, what you've essentially done is give them no option but then to increase their activity and their work with Iran.
I thought I'd start off and make my views clear that the Gulf Cooperation Council, in my view, is pretty much finished. There may be some face-saving agreements to paper over the differences, but it will never be the same. This is very unfortunate because successive American administrations have looked to the GCC as an island of stability in the Middle East.
I think what we saw happen yesterday when the Crown Prince of Abu Dhabi, Mohammed bin Zayed, went to Saudi Arabia, met with Mohammed bin Salman, his counterpart, the Crown Prince of Saudi Arabia, and they declared unilaterally or perhaps bilaterally the new Saudi Emirati Coordination Council. Not only do we have to get used to a new acronym, SEC, S-E-C-C, I think that probably signifies the formal ending of any lingering hopes that, as Ambassador Patterson said, the GCC could be anything other than an entity that's more or less finished.
I can state emphatically that the persistence of the standoff is disastrous to American security interests in the Gulf, and we're united on that. American regional security planning assumes the presence of a coalition which works together and with the United States to counter the very real and active threat of Iran. The failure of the rumored U.S. GCC summit, which was to have been held before Ramadan, is just the most visible symbol of this problem.